Let's welcome to the show from House Oversight. Back with us is Congressman Pat Fallon. Congressman, it's good to see you. Okay, let's get your reaction to Democrat Congressman Hank Johnson. He's joining the growing lists of Democrats accused of stereotyping illegal immigrants. There's a lot of moralizing and talk about tolerance and all of that, but there's a lot of elitism, too. They're above it all. That's what critics say. Watch this.
Those folk who are coming across are the ones who are helping to put food on our table. We would have nobody taking care of the building, the construction of our homes. We would have nobody cleaning up in the hospitals.
The diversity of this community, as distinct as the Bogotas of the Bronx, as beautiful as the blossoms of Miami, and as unique as the breakfast tacos here in San Antonio, is your strength.
Immigrants pick the food we eat, clean our homes, and look after the most precious in our families.
We have a shortage of workers in our country, and you see even in Florida, some of the farmers and the growers saying, why are you shipping these immigrants up north? We need them to pick the crops down here.
Really? That's why? I mean, to pick crops and clean hospitals and clean toilets and clean homes? I mean, that's what it's all about?
Liz, wow, the soft bigotry of low expectations. I mean, it just goes to show you that the left really is the party that's fixated on race. And, you know, that's immaterial. But, you know, I thought Hank Johnson's argument was going to capsize. You know, he's got a history of saying crazy and nutty things. But it's just something like, you know what, we just want America wants the world's best. There are 3.8 million people waiting to come to this country legally. We're rooting for those folks. And for those on the left, 95% of those 4 million people are people of color. So that's all we want. We want talent to make America stronger.
Yeah, illegal immigration. I mean,
yes,
illegal aliens, so they're good for cleaning hotels and toilets. They're good for the economy, but Democrat mayors and governors are declaring a state of emergency in places like New York and Chicago.
Oh, yeah, no, they were perfectly fine with the border states, particularly Texas, handling millions of folks, and then you send 50 of them to Martha's Vineyard and they have a meltdown. You know, what I would do, I would put, if I was Governor Abbott in Texas, I would put a express bus and send them to Nancy Pelosi's house in San Francisco, Hakeem Jeffries' house in New York, and Joe Biden's beach house in Delaware. That's what we should be doing, because then they'll see that, you know what, every state's a border state, thanks to Joe Biden.
You know, it's catch and release right now. That's what's happening, right? That we're going back to Title 8, getting rid of Title 42. It's going to result in catch and release. Biden White House launches a new public messaging campaign in South and Central America right as their border officials are warning they're starting to release tens of thousands of illegal immigrants into the U.S. Your final word on that?
Liz, we can only handle, our Border Patrol can only handle 5,000 illegal crossings a day. That's the max, and that's a really bad day. They've handled 10,000 the last several days. So it went from a crisis to a catastrophe. Now it's a cataclysm.
Okay, Congressman Pat Fallon, we'll be staying on the story. We hope to have you back on again soon. We recognize the joke that you made about Mr. Johnson, about capsizing. Didn't he say an island was going to tip over because it might be too heavy?
He was worried Guam was going to capsize because there's too much military equipment on it.
Got it. Thank you for that reminder, Congressman. Good to see you.